I'm gonna blind taste these all and tell you what I think. This one's getting me. I think I know what this bottle is. No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna cross this up elimination. So if you didn't know, today is World Whiskey Day. We need to do some whiskeys from around the world to kind of celebrate that. So what I have here is blind to me. I don't know what exactly is in these glasses. I do know I have a Japanese, Irish, a Canadian, an American rye, an American bourbon, and then there's a Scotch in here. I'm gonna blind taste these all and tell you what I think. So here we go. All right, so number one down here, very light color. So I would assume this is going to be either very young or a colder region like Japan or Scotland or Ireland. Let's go to the nose and let you know. Okay, very light. That smells like a single malt. Now where, Scotland or Japan, I don't know. That palate's better than the nose. Nose wasn't bad, but that palate has a lot more flavor. You get that kind of grainy Scotch note, delicate fruits, but the fruitiness and, gosh. Sorry, I'm not familiar with whatever this is. So this is taking me some time. I'll go with that. I don't hate it at all. I think it's more than good. Particular mood for that. Very particular mood for that. All right, number two. Do you want to personally curate a whiskey flight at your door every single month? Well, I've got good news for you. Whiskey of the Month Club. Every single month, you get 4 pours of a flight curated by me in a video going through this with you. So we're going over specs of the bottle, history, all kinds of cool things about that bottle, taking you through tasting notes. It's a themed flight every month, delivered to your door every month, whether you're local or far away. It's 4 pours, $55 a month for 1 ounce, $95 a month for 2 ounces. So if you'd like to sign up, email me, rank1023@gmail.com. It's also in the description, and we'll show you how to get there. Back to the video. All right, number two. That's sweet, very sweet. Noticeably sweeter than number one though. Wow, that's really sweet. I like that a lot. And it's not much more than sweet. It's just like sweet sugar crystal, light caramel, touch of, I don't know if this is just because I'm coming from a single malt, but touch of grainy. A little bit of pineapple, orange, kind of zest. Okay, that just kind of jumps out at you though. Like, I taste some peat, a lot of peat on that. Surprised I didn't smell it though. Coming off of this, I mean, this, my first thing is like, oh, bourbon. Like, oh, well, there's some different characteristics, but the palate especially, like, it's hard to mistake that. That's got some peat on it. That sweetness is kind of fading a little bit and the smoky's coming through now that I tasted it. Let's go mid-70s with this. Let's do a 74 on that one. Really like that one. Especially when you're doing, just a little tip, when you're doing really diverse, different whiskeys back to back, I would definitely cleanse. And even, sometimes I even blow my nose. Like you get scents in your nose and they just stick there. So if you don't want things to affect one another, for sure do that. Never gotten that note before. This is gonna change, I know it will. It smells like Play-Doh. I don't know if you remember sticking Play-Doh up your nose when you were 15, not 15. There's not a lot on this. It's very hard to, it's a little bit lighter as well. Let me get a taste, see if that helps me with the nose. There's some pretty good burn on that. That's gotta be an American whiskey. I don't know if that's a rye or a bourbon though. This is hard to tell. Really good spice on the tongue, like pleasant, flavorful spice on the tongue, which makes me want to tend towards a rye whiskey, an American rye whiskey. I feel like that's pretty safe to say rye or a cheap bourbon, but I enjoy it. All right, so halfway through, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of guess on what we have. I wanna say this is Japanese. I wanna say this is a Scotch, and I wanna say this is a rye. So that would leave bourbon, Irish, and Canadian left. All right, hopefully I'm 0 for 3. You guys know I don't. That smells like bourbon. A little bit of America coming out in this glass. Sweet, a little bit of spice, a little bit of oak, a little bit of red fruit, almost like a wine finish. I'm not saying it is finished, but it's got a little bit of red fruit, a little honey. This has had the most flavor out of all of them on the nose, the most variance. That's hot. That's real hot. That was I think I know what this bottle is. No, I don't. Maybe I do. I said this was rye though. This tastes like either Peerless or Jack Daniel's twice barreled rye. This one's throwing me for a loop. It's really good. You get a little bit of that spice kind of afterburn, like backdraft after you finish, after you drink. It's sweet, but it's not like bourbon sweet. This one's getting me. I'm not sure what this is now. Now I want to go back and see if this is actually, this might have just been a cheap bourbon. I want to change my answers because this smells a lot sweeter now. And it don't smell like rye. I want to say that's just a cheap bourbon. And this is a rye. Best one by far. I'm gonna give that high 80s. I'm gonna go 88 on that. That was good. All right, a lot lighter in color, a little apple juice color, green. Okay. One of these is Canadian, and I don't know which one. They all smell like Scotch. And this one really smells like Scotch, but I got peated on this one. I get peated on this one too. I don't think there's any peated Canadians. I don't think that's a thing. You guys are probably laughing at me right now. All right, let's go to the palate. That's gotta be Scotch. That's gotta be a Scotch. There's no way that's not. Which makes me think this is the Canadian, because Canadian's going to be sweeter, but Canadian is, you don't put a bunch of malted barley in them usually. I don't know. I've done a lot of single malt videos today as we've been filming. Maybe just that peat note's kind of stuck in my nose, but this is unmistakably, and I said that about that too, but this has got to be Scotch. And maybe that was the Irish. Maybe that was Irish. That could be what that is. But I don't think there's peated Irish whiskey either. I don't know. All right, so this one's darker, so this could be anything. I mean, some of the single malts I have are dark because they're cast strength or they're extra aged. That smells like bourbon. That smells a lot like bourbon. I mean, just caramels and sugars and honeys. Soft oak influence. Very soft, sweet. Oh gosh, that's good. Okay, that palate was really good, but really different. So I had like bourbon in my mind based on how it smelled, but there's something off. I've never tasted a bourbon like that before. This is really, I thought this would be easy. I thought I'd be just like boom, boom, boom. This is this is that. I can't even figure out which one's bourbon, and I definitely don't, I still think that's the rye. I think this is some kind of extra aged, high proof rye. Man, this is confusing. Really good spice on that, but it's not quite a bourbon palate. All right, I'm gonna go through the noses one more time and kind of re-rank them and re-guess. Gotta be a single malt. I'm gonna leave it at that for now. I'm good with that. Super sweet, but still throws that single malt nose a little bit. Let's go with Canadian for now. This one I'm struggling with because there's just not a lot there. There's just nothing really, it's a very simple one note, and I can't tell if it's a cheap bourbon or if it's just a basic rye. And if it's a bourbon, it almost gives a Jim Beam note. I'm gonna try to settle into that being a bourbon, a cheaper bourbon, and probably a Beam product, which I love. Because I'm still pretty sold that this is a rye, a high proof rye. It throws a lot of good notes. Char, dark red fruit, caramels, but like burnt sugars, burnt caramels, caramels. Even though these all smell like Scotch, this smells the most like Scotch. Okay, I'm gonna process of elimination. Let me walk you through a whiskey experience in your home or party venue, the private in-home flights. This is a top tier flight experience for you in your home or at a party venue with your friends, your family, whatever it may be. Anything from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pours of a special flight tasting curated by me. And that theme can be anything. We can do food pairings as well, chocolate, cheese, bacon. Very customizable experience for you and your friends and your family. I come to you, I bring all the glasses, I bring everything you need. Email me, rank1023@gmail.com. That'll be in the description. Back to the video. Japanese, Canadian, cheap bourbon, some weird type of rye, Scotch, Irish. All right, so is this Japanese?
Yes.
Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so we have Kinakau Okinawa. All right, so Kinakau Okinawa whiskey is a blended Japanese whiskey produced by Shinzado Distillery. A unique blend of malted barley and wheat whiskey aged over 3 years by law, and rice whiskey. Okay, matured for over 8 years in sherry cask, and it is 86 proof. Number 2, I said Canadian. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct. What is that?
Caribou Crossing.
Caribou Crossing. Okay. Caribou Crossing. So again, this threw a Scotch note off the rip. I got a little bit of peat on there, but again, we've been filming kind of American single malt and Scotch videos all day, so maybe that's what that was. So Canadian always throws a really sweet note for me, and that's why I finally settled on that. So, okay, number 3, I said a cheap bourbon. Used to be one of my favorite bottles, and I paid a lot of money for it when I was not spending money on bourbon. Like I was spending maybe 50 bucks on bottles at that time, and I bought it for 100 bucks. Okay, all right, so 3 for 3 so far. All right, is this a rye and is it double oaked rye?
The Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye.
Ah, okay.
It is a high proof
All right,
rye.
so I got that Jack Daniel's note because I was thinking it was the double oaked rye. But okay, so this is a store pick from Red Carpet, 133.7 proof, single barrel barrel rye. Some of the best stuff on the market. These bottles, the rye or the bourbon, or the Tennessee whiskey. 5-ish years old, I believe these are. Really cool, really great bottle. That was the best one by far as well. All right, and then for this one, I said Scotch. Was that correct?
That is your Scotch.
Okay, and that was High Coast HAV. I forgot what that stands for. Let me look up some specs on this. Okay, so this is 48%, which is 96 proof. Yes. Wow. Yes, 96 proof. My gosh, my math is horrible. All right, so this is 96 proof. It is lightly peated, roughly 20 to 23% peated whiskey. It's matured in a 40 liter, which is smaller. I really like that. So it's Swedish. It's not even Scotch. It's a Swedish single malt. We didn't even do a Scotch, so cool, really cool. All right, so that means this is Irish. All right, so this is an unmarked bottle. This was from the Mary Mash Off that we never got to do. By the way, go check those out if you haven't seen them yet. So Mary Mash Off number 15. So this was my brother's sample that he was pairing against my Redbreast 12-year cask strength. So this is Backbone Irish double oaked bourbon junkies pick. So 123.4. It's about 7.5 years old. It's malted, unmalted barley, finished in new charred American oak. Wow, okay. So that's why that was giving me like, I've never had this before. Interesting, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, these will tie. If I had to pick, I'd pick the high rye bourbon. But yeah, so the rye killed it. The Irish was not far behind, and those two were separate from the pack. And then we're gonna go that Scotch, the Canadian, or the Canadian, the Scotch, and then bourbon, Japanese. So, all right, happy World Whiskey Day. Hope you all enjoyed these. Let me know if you got any questions or comments, and I'll see you in the next video.